Hi, everybody, and welcome to another Street Fight Club podcast. Yes, it has been a while, but we did one for the last pay-per-view, and it was YouTube. It's not my fault. Or SummerSlam was that the last pay-per-view? Anyway, now we're back, but Chad got in a real bad accident, and he's dead. So it's just me. It's just Finest and I for this one. Hopefully, Chad will return in a future episode.
But you said he was dead. Chad's dead?
Don't worry about what I say.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I like how you blamed that on YouTube earlier when it was clearly your fault.
It wasn't. I swear to God, like it just said processing for at least 3 weeks before I finally just deleted it because it was never going to process.
You did delete it.
Eventually it was never going to process. I went to the Google Hangouts forum. I went to YouTube help forum. Nobody would even respond to me. I think there may have been some collusion with YouTube to keep our show off the air. I'm putting that out there.
Which is something that my 11-year-old son has started saying, like Illuminati. Like I don't know where he's gotten that, but like apparently all the 6th graders know that the Illuminati's out there and it's gonna get you.
Well, they need to stay woke. That's all I can really say about it.
I'm never going back to sleep.
Is that what that? I didn't know it meant literally. When people say stay woke,
I've been awake for like 2 weeks.
Oh shit, dude! No wonder you think there's Illuminati.
I think there's lava in my room.
Lava?
Yeah, lava.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna do No Mercy predictions today, and hopefully be able to post this episode. Excuse you.
I pooped a little.
All right, so this is a Raw brand pay-per-view. So no SmackDown Superstars. I know how much you love SmackDown, Finest, but sorry. Give it a couple weeks. There will be a SmackDown pay-per-view.
Oh, baby, I love it raw. You remember that guy? He used to say that.
Sure too. Okay, so we're going to start here with the Cruiserweight Championship being on the line with the king of the Cruiserweights, Neville, taking on Enzo Amore. Oh, yeah, and the gimmick is Finest doesn't watch wrestling.
And not only is it the gimmick, it's the truth.
It's a gimmick and the truth. That's what makes it genuine.
Just like pro wrestling.
And I already made my predictions on the scoop. So once Finest tells me what he thinks, then I'll tell him what I chose, if I can remember.
What the fuck is wrong with this Enzo Amore guy?
He's a fucking loser, dude. He came from NXT. He was a tag team with a dude named Big Cass, and they were, kind of entertaining or whatever. But they recently broke up. Enzo is so small that he went off and joined the Cruiserweight division, and really, he's more annoying than charismatic at this point, in my opinion.
And he has a crucified Jesus tattoo on his chest?
I mean, if that's what you're seeing, I guess that's the deal. I don't know. Crucified Jesus tattoo, and you can't teach that. That's one of his gimmicks.
Obviously, you can teach about the crucifixion of Jesus. They both look like weirdos. I'm going to go with the Neville guy, champ.
Okay, Neville to retain. Well, I'm going with him too because I don't really like Enzo Amore. He's not. I don't know. He's just, like I said, he seems more annoying lately than anything, and he's not a very good wrestler, to be honest with you. Most of the time, the dude he was with was Big Cass, who was big, and most of the time Enzo would just go in there, get his ass kicked, and then Big Cass would come in and possibly save the day.
His official photo on WWE or whatever for No Mercy looks like something you'd see on like a jail roster. Like he looks like he's just freaked the fuck out, high out of his mind, and wanting to know what's happening to him right now. Why are you taking my picture?
He'll probably go from the WWE roster to a jail roster pretty soon. I don't know. There's rumors that backstage everybody hates him anyway, but I don't know if those are substantiated or not. But anyways, all right. The next match is two of your favorites, Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt.
Uh-oh.
Now, Finn Balor is normal man Finn Balor this time. last time he was going to be the Demon Finn Balor, but this time he's just normal guy Finn Balor.
Has he dropped this demon gimmick?
No, but he's just trying to scare Bray Wyatt even more by saying, well, I beat you whenever I was the demon, but if I'm the guy that created the demon, how dangerous must I be?
Dude,
so it's pretty fucking serious, bro.
In his WWE picture, he's doing one of these. Come here, bud. Come here, I'll come get you.
Does it make you want to go there?
Nah, I'm gonna go with Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt, okay. I think I said Finn Balor because Bray Wyatt's just kind of been not doing shit really recently, so...
Have they played out his gimmick or something?
It's not that they have played it out, it's that WWE they suck at writing. They don't know what to do. So it's horrible. And it's sad because Bray Wyatt's really cool, but what the fuck are you gonna do? Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Did you have a robber break-in?
People kept coming in the door and I was scared.
Strangers?
They were either elves or children.
All right. Next is the Intercontinental Championship is on the line. The Miz, who, by the way, of all the Intercontinental Champions ever, The Miz has held it the third most amount of days. Not in a row, but just overall.
Who's number one? Like Jericho, maybe?
No, it's shit, I don't know. But he just took over like the Honky Tonk Man, who has the longest unbroken reign. But it's probably shit. I can't even remember. I'd have to look at the list, but it's pretty fucking crazy. And you'd think Jericho, because Jericho has had the belt more times than anybody else.
That was the first thing that came to my mind.
Yeah, but that I guess it doesn't equate to days holding the title, actually. But yeah, anyway, so The Miz is facing Kurt Angle's black son, Jason Jordan, who won a six-pack challenge to become the #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship, and doesn't like The Miz at all because The Miz keeps talking trash about Jason Jordan being Kurt Angle's black son.
What a weird angle.
That's one way to put it.
It's at least slightly racist, right?
If anything, is bringing people together, dude. Kurt Angle banged a black chick and out popped Jason Jordan.
They're not acting like it's a negative that he has a black son?
No, he supports him and wants to take care of him. I mean, it's a negative that he missed 28 years of his life, especially when Kurt was, dominating the WWF and Jason Jordan was God knows where, but no, it seems like he had an okay life without Kurt. But now that they know that they're related, they're trying to connect, man.
Damn. Are they really pushing this kid?
He's been doing okay.
I'm going to say The Miz holds on to it.
What makes you say that?
They'll make a big deal about this record stuff. Let him keep it for a while longer.
Okay, I can see that happening. Sometimes I have a hard time remembering what I said 2 days ago, but I think that I went with The Miz. I mean, Jason Jordan is pretty cool, but I think, if anything, having him chase it a little bit longer will more easily get people behind him because, they're trying to make him this face guy, and people, aren't really into it yet, so maybe, I don't know, a few more steps. The Miz is a bad guy, right? Yeah. And The Miz actually has what's called a Miztourage with him now, backing him up. That is Bo Dallas and Mr. Perfect's son, Curtis Axel.
Perfect Jr.
might as well call him that. So,
an update on your question.
I had a question.
The Intercontinental Championship is the second most important championship in the company, according to Wikipedia. There have been 78 different Intercontinental Champions. Chris Jericho holds the record for the most reigns with 9. Honky Tonk Man holds the longest reign of 454 days. Only 3 more wrestlers, Pedro Morales, Don Morocco, and Randy Savage, have held the championship for continuous reign of more than a year. Current champ is The Miz, and this is his 7th reign.
He's getting up there.
Yeah, I mean he's almost to the record.
And I feel like he's got more time than Jericho. You know what I mean? So
did Jericho come back and wrestle ever?
Yeah, he was just there for from January 2016 to May of this year. And it was one of his most entertaining stints ever. He was super over. It was pretty awesome. But
all right, what we got next?
Next is the Tag Team Championship. The new champions, Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, that used to be in the Shield together, are facing the people they beat for the belts, Sheamus and Cesaro.
So 1 month later, they give him another shot at the belt?
Well, it's the rematch clause, bro. They lost their titles. They get to decide whenever they want a rematch.
Sure.
What do you mean? That's how wrestling's always been.
I bet.
You don't just lose and then go to the bottom of the group. You get a rematch.
I'm going to go with the current champs just because I fucking hated that goddamn Ninja Turtle movie so much.
Wow.
It has ruined me on Sheamus.
Dude, that's not cool. I mean, I didn't like it either. It did suck, but not enough to make me hate Sheamus. Let me see. I think I did go with the Shield guys. I'm not even sure. But if I did, it was only because that they just won them. No, actually, you know what? I think that I had them losing so that way maybe it could create some dissension between them and then it go on and create a feud between Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. So I think I went with Sheamus and Cesaro.
What's funny is that you think of all these things, but then, are the WWE writers really smart enough?
Absolutely not. I mean, there have been at least 1 billion times, and that's the literal number, that we have said something on the Scoop or even on these prediction videos that would have been way, way fucking cooler than what WWE ended up doing, which was just some bland, lame bullshit that nobody cares about.
And they probably got a room full of guys sitting here and be like, all right, what are we doing this week?
Yes, I think that's the problem. There's too many writers now, and too many writers who didn't grow up watching wrestling or appreciate it, and they're just oh, you went to school for writing or some shit, or you used to write on a soap opera? Hey, come to the WWE. It's you're ruining it for everyone.
Didn't that one dude that's on the 10-minute podcast, or 10-minute podcast, quit a job at Conan to write for WWE for a while?
I think Tommy Blacha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he definitely wrote during the Attitude Era, and may have been responsible for the Mae Young giving birth to a hand.
I think so.
I think he mentioned that before. But
it feels like that'd be a step down in pay and prestige.
They should get that guy back because he's got to have a better mind for it than the morons they got in there now. And you should see, dude, people in attendance have been taking some pictures, and there's shitload of empty seats at SmackDowns and shit.
Well, that's sad.
Yeah, it's getting a little scary. Okay. So anyways, next is the Raw Women's Championship. We've got the champion, Alexa Bliss, versus Sasha Banks, versus Nia Jax, versus Emma, versus Bayley. This is a 5-way crunch. I think that's the technical term for it.
Are they going to be in the ring at the same time?
I think, yeah. I mean, I don't think that they're going to have to tag out or anything, so.
Damn it. I don't think that the name on this picture are in the order of the people that are standing in the picture, which makes me very angry.
Okay, Alexa Bliss is small blonde.
Well, I can tell who that is because she has a belt in her hand.
Sasha Banks has a purple hair.
Who is this kind of manly looking, but not manly face?
Okay, I assume they're talking about the larger woman who's Nia Jax, who I would not say has a manly face, but that's just me. Emma is the blonde, the other blonde, and then Bayley is the brown hair, probably looks happy. I don't know what picture you're looking at.
The picture I'm looking at has a lady with blue lipstick, and she looks angry.
What color hair?
Brown with blonde streaks.
That's probably Emma. This is like guess the wrestler.
There's a manly-looking lady with brown hair and a ponytail, and she's wearing a headband that says "I'm a something."
Oh, that's Bailey. So you think Bailey is the one that looking like a man?
She looking like a man a little bit. I'm gonna go with the purple hair because she looks.
Okay, I think that's Sasha Banks. I'm going to.
I think it is too. I think I've voted for her before.
Small purple hair.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I said Nia Jax, who is the biggest one, just because I was hoping they kept. Because at first it was going to be one-on-one, and then they kept adding people to this match, and so I'm hoping it's just so that Nia Jax can beat the living piss out of even more people and look super dominant. And again, WWE probably won't do something that cool, but that's my hope. So you got Sasha, I say Nia. All right.
Are they just afraid that people won't watch a women's match? I mean, is that the?
I don't know.
Make it goofy, like 5 people or whatever.
For so long, they've been pushing this women's revolution shit. You know what I mean? And even once in a while, they'll make the main event of Raw or SmackDown like a women's match and everything. And they're good matches. So it's not the matches; it's the storylines. You know what I mean? It's not the wrestlers.
One way to really push the women would be to call them wrestlers. Like it's so stupid to separate them and call them something different.
Well, they're not divas anymore. So basically, that's basically what they do because the male wrestlers are called superstars. So now instead of calling the women diva, they just also call them superstars. So it's almost the same, but it's
kind of a smart move.
Yeah, they should call them wrestlers, but
they never. Isn't that what that thing that you sent me? Like they never refer to them as wrestlers.
Yeah, they don't really like to say wrestling on the show or anything. It's pretty fucked up.
What about wrestling?
The whole system's fucked. Not unless JR's on. Then we can go into the wrestling territory. Okay, and the next one is the match that arguably has the best build-up going into No Mercy. They keep saying that this is a WrestleMania-worthy match. Never happened before, to my knowledge. John Cena versus Roman Reigns.
They've never fought each other.
I don't think so. Not one-on-one, at least in this capacity, since Roman Reigns has become a single star. It's pretty intense, though. They've been cutting some pretty harsh promos on each other.
Like with the F-bombs and...
not F-bombs, but they've been saying things like ass, bitch,
Caitlyn
stuff
Jenner.
like, you're like John Cena 2.0, Roman Reigns being like, I'm selling tickets that you haven't sold in 5 years. You know, a little bit slice of reality in the shit because Roman Reigns is not very good at promos, and Cena kind of keeps taunting him about that whenever they're one-on-one as far as the promo goes.
How far out are we from John Cena becoming just a TV movie star like The Rock?
Just where he never comes back? I'd probably say I'd say roughly 2 years to where he just like never shows up anymore. I mean, he's 40 years old already. So, I mean, how much time does he really got left anyway? Although he does put on really good matches whenever he comes back.
He looks damn good for a 40-year-old. I can tell you that right now.
You're saying you want to fuck him?
I mean, if I had, no choice.
Let's say you had a choice.
I had a choice, but like, does he love me? Like, are we going to start a relationship, or is it like a one-time deal?
There's a potential to lead a relationship, but for all you know, it could just be one-time fucking. What do you say?
It could be one-time fucking, or he might take care of me for the rest of my life, and we hold hands until we're old.
If there's a connection. I
think it's worth a shot in the mouth.
Anyway, John Cena or Roman Reigns?
After that talk, I'm going to have to go with John Cena.
I also said John Cena. I really don't know. There were some rumors that, like, because Roman Reigns is the guy that retired The Undertaker, so there were rumors that maybe Undertaker would come back and kind of, like, fuck up the ending of this match so there wouldn't really be a winner or loser or whatever. Or also that it would make more sense for Roman Reigns to win because, if John Cena is not going to be there all the time. But I did pick John Cena on my picks, so.
I don't know, like, people like to hate on John Cena or whatever, and he wins everything, and he's the Superman Hulk Hogan or whatever, but like I think that he deserves a little more as a wrestler than Roman Reigns does. Like there's just Roman Reigns has a decent look or whatever, but he's not interesting at all.
I couldn't agree with you more. I could not agree with you more. And Roman Reigns is like he is like John Cena 2.0 because they're trying to shove Roman Reigns down everybody's throat, except for the fact that before they did that with John Cena was super fucking over with like his rap gimmick and shit and all that, as corny as it was and whatever, but people really, really like across the board like John Cena. And then they started making him Super Cena to where people were like, I don't know. But Roman Reigns, it was just like, the dude's already main evented like 3 fucking WrestleManias. Why?
And it's not enough to make him a superstar yet.
No, people still boo him. Like, he came out the night after he beat The Undertaker, and it was just straight, I want to say over 10 minutes of him not talking, or almost to hold the mic up, and every time he did, the boos would start again. Different chants about just hating him. Like, of all the people to beat somebody as beloved as The Undertaker, you use somebody that people are not sold on, like Roman Reigns, and then he tried to play into it like, oh, man, look at all this heat I got. You know, at least they're making noise for me. It's like, dude, they would have booed anybody that was shitty like you that beat the fucking Undertaker. You're not special. I mean...
They should have brought back Steve Blackman to end the Undertaker's career.
Well...
Right?
That's a way they could have gone. That's the way they could have gone.
For sure. Maybe this is like just the way wrestling is now, but the last time I watched it, which has been several months ago, and I only watched for a little bit, like it doesn't seem like people have the mic skills that they used to. Like none of the interviews I saw, none of the shoots or whatever, like none of it was that entertaining. Like it didn't seem nearly as charismatic as it used to be. Like,
well, they can't.
Even back in the day when someone was bad at doing a promo, they made it interesting somehow.
Yeah, that's pretty much the thing, dude. Is like everybody except for people that you know have earned the right, like John Cena or whatever. Everybody's so fucking scripted that you can tell it's scripted and it's lame. Like back whenever we would watch, and even going back into the 80s and shit, they would give wrestlers bullet points. You know what I mean? Like, hey, say this, mention this. This is when it's going to be, and this is where we're going to be when this match happens. Mention all these things, but put it in your own words. And that is how people had actual personality come across and how people were entertaining. Whenever you've got fucking a bunch of writers going out there and writing word for word what you're supposed to say, it's going to sound like that. And it sounds like shit, honestly. Like, it's just horrible.
Well, they used to kind of let people build their own characters too, right?
I mean, people would think like, I mean, sometimes, yeah, you're going to come in and you're going to come in and they'll be like, okay, this is what we're going to do with you, blah, blah, blah. But if you really didn't think that it was working or something, or, you know, you had the opportunity, people did, not everybody took the opportunity, but you could go to Vince or somebody and be like, look, this isn't working. Here's some ideas I have. And, you know, maybe they would put them in. But nowadays it's just like, okay, here's your character. Go out there, say exactly this, do this. And it's fucking ruining everything, honestly. Like, shit sucks. But that's just my opinion.
No, that wasn't the main event, was it?
No. The main event is for the Universal Championship, Brock Lesnar, the current Universal Champion, versus Braun Strowman, who every time he's come into physical interaction with Brock Lesnar has beaten the absolute piss out of him. He popped up immediately from a German suplex from Brock Lesnar, and Brock Lesnar's all about Suplex City, so for that to happen, kind of, I mean,
didn't even act like a face him.
Yeah, he's pretty much made Brock Lesnar his bitch.
Now, is Brock Lesnar still one of those guys that just shows up like every once in a while?
Yeah, and you know, he's been there more consistently since he came back like a couple of months ago whenever we did a prediction show, but he never wrestles like on Raw. Like, he'll show up, but all he really does is go to the ring, stand out there while Paul Heyman cuts a long-ass promo, and then leave. I mean, sometimes there will be a little bit of action, but most of the time, no. He's definitely still a part-timer, though.
I don't know. I don't think that this is what WWE is going to do, but I would like the other guy to win.
I would, too. He's actually been pretty cool. He's had some good matches with Roman Reigns, you know, and a lot of other people here and there. And last week he just came out and beat the piss out of Enzo Amore for no reason, so that made me like him even more. But, you know, I don't know. People say, I mean, the rumors are that they still want to do Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, which nobody want. I don't know. I don't want to see it, and I know a lot of other people.
That was last year, right?
No. Last year was Undertaker versus Roman Reigns, but it was a couple of years ago. But it ended up Seth Rollins came out, cashed in Money in the Bank, pinned Roman, and won the title. So I don't know, but I don't want to see that. That's not interesting to me at all. Like, Brock Lesnar is kind of cool, but as a part-timer, whatever, doesn't really deserve to be in the main event at WrestleMania. And Roman Reigns, I could give two shits about Roman Reigns. I'm just not that big of a fan. I mean, he puts on good matches, and I feel like he has potential to be entertaining, but just the way that they present him at this point is not entertaining to me. So I hope that Braun wins, because I feel like that would feel fresh and entertaining, and he could run through some people. But, you know, what do I know?
So why are you still watching wrestling?
Honestly, sometimes I don't even know, dude. And it's like, sometimes there'll be weeks where like it goes by and I'm like, oh man, I really need to catch up, and then I just will like never watch it. Because I mean, remember whenever we were kids, it was just like, oh my god, dude, I gotta fucking watch Raw, I gotta watch Nitro. Like, I would tape Nitro, like every little bit of wrestling that I could get, I would like soak in like a sponge because it was so awesome. And it's so sad that now it's just like the shit that they put on is just kind of like, I don't know. I almost feel like I just watch it now because I've watched it for so long that it's almost just like, well, why stop now, I guess? I don't know. I don't know. There are glimmers of hope sometimes, though. You know what I'm saying? And you want to hold on to those. And there are cool people that I do like AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura and stuff like that. I don't know. That's a good question. Gonna have to go one-on-one with myself tonight and think about that one, Finest. Thanks, bro.
Does that mean masturbation?
Yeah, it does. All right. Well, anyway, so that's our picks for No Mercy. Let us know in the comments what your picks are. Go like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Street Fight Club Podcasts. And Finest, where can they follow you? At Finest Massey?
Yeah.
Okay, so follow Finest at Finest Massey on Twitter. You can follow me at EBar Says. Click the subscribe button, youtube.com/EBar Says. And hopefully it won't be another 18 months before we see you again. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I say bye.
My black son, my black son. Now each day my heart is getting bigger. Don't even remember sleeping with that lady, but I did. My black son, he's coming to stay. My black son, he's making each day the best that he can.